After a breakup, we've all been there, right? It's so tempting to fall into those old traps, the begging, the sad social media posts, maybe even trying to make them jealous. But let's be real, none of that stuff actually works. There is, however, one single thing you can do that changes absolutely everything, and we're gonna break it down step by step. This right here, this is the ultimate goal. This is the promise of this whole process. See, it's not really about getting a reaction out of them. It's about you reaching a point where you are so whole, so confident, that their regret just becomes, background noise in your amazing new life. So, the big question is, how do you actually get there? Well, it's definitely a journey, and it all starts with one very specific and honestly pretty difficult first move. Think of what we're about to go through as your personal roadmap, taking you from heartbroken to completely unshakable. All right, so what's the big secret? What is this one thing? The key, and this is so crucial, is that it's not about getting a reaction from them. This isn't some game we're playing. It's a specific action you take for you, an action that completely flips the power dynamic of the whole situation. And here it is, your first, your hardest, and without a doubt, your most important move. You disappear. And I don't mean you post some vague story about going offline. I mean you genuinely, completely, and totally withdraw from their life. This is where all your power is gonna come from. And when I say disappear, I really mean it. The rules are simple, they're non-negotiable, and they are absolutely critical. No texts, no calls, you can't even watch their stories. Don't ask your mutual friends about them, nothing. Complete and total silence. I know it sounds almost impossible, but it is so essential. Okay, I know exactly what you're thinking right now. But if I go completely silent, they'll just forget about me. I promise you, the reality is the exact opposite of that. When you are suddenly completely gone, your absence creates this huge vacuum. Your silence becomes this loud, nagging question in their mind that they just can't stop trying to answer. Think about it like this. When you were always available, always texting back, always just there, you were like air. I mean, air is essential, but nobody ever thinks about it, right? It's just taken for granted. The moment you remove yourself, they suddenly feel like they can't breathe. That's when they finally notice you're gone. It's just basic human psychology. We want what we can't have. We value things that are scarce. That's why this toy analogy is so perfect. When you were always on the shelf, you were just another option. But the moment you take yourself away, you become the one thing they can't have. And suddenly, you're the one thing they can't stop thinking about. Now, this is maybe the most important part of this whole step. This is not about manipulation. You're not disappearing to play some mind game or to trick them. You're disappearing to create the space you need to heal, to focus on yourself, and to rebuild. Whether they come back or not is completely secondary to your own transformation. But what do you actually do during all that silence? You can't just sit there staring at your phone, right? Well, this brings us to the next phase, winning the inner game. This is where you stop being a victim of the breakup and you start becoming the architect of your own comeback story. Okay, this is a huge one, and so many of us mess this up. We go silent with our ex, but then we won't stop talking about our ex to literally everyone else. Every single time you vent, every time you share the details, you are keeping them at the center of your universe. You're just giving away all your power. And believe me, word always gets back. A mutual friend mentions you're still really upset. And this is what your ex thinks. It makes them feel good. It validates their decision, and it tells them, oh, they're just sitting there waiting for me. It completely cancels out the power of your silence. So here's your new script. It's your new strategy. When someone asks about them, this is your response. It's short, it's calm, and it just shuts the whole conversation down. But more importantly, it sends a crystal clear message back to your ex. You're moving on. You are no longer their topic of conversation. So what are you gonna do with all that energy that you're no longer spending on them? You're going to invest it in the most important project you will ever have, yourself. You are gonna level up, not for them, but for you. You focus on your body, your mind, your social life. You build this foundation of confidence that's so strong, you become the person you were always meant to be. And this is when it happens. This is the moment the tables turn. They see a picture of you, or they hear from a friend that you're just doing great, and that story they told themselves, the one where you'd be totally lost without them, it just crumbles. And this new, terrifying question pops into their mind. Wait a minute. Did I make a massive mistake? This moment of regret almost always leads to the final boss battle, the breadcrumb test. Once they start feeling that little sting of regret, they will almost always reach out to test the waters. You have to be ready for this. It's the biggest test of all. So what does this test even look like? Well, it comes in the form of what we call breadcrumbs. These are those little, tiny, low-effort attempts to get your attention. A late-night hey text, a random like on a photo from 6 months ago. It's not a real attempt to reconnect. It's just a test to see if you'll still come running. And when this happens, you have two very powerful ways to respond. Option 1, you say nothing at all. Just leave them on read. That's the ultimate power move. Or option 2, you can be cool, brief, and completely uninterested. Both of these send the exact same message. Your low-effort attempt has zero effect on me. And I want you to burn this into your brain. Breadcrumbs are for pigeons. You've done all this work on yourself. You've leveled up. You are not going to be won back with little scraps of attention. You are a person who knows their worth, and you deserve a heck of a lot more than crumbs. And all of this brings us to the final and most important part of this entire journey. See, there's a plot twist here, and it's probably the most empowering one of all. After all of this, after the silence, after the leveling up, after passing all their little tests, there is one final choice that you have to make. One person you absolutely must choose above all others. And that person is you, always. The entire point of this process wasn't just to make them regret losing you. It was to make you realize you never really lost anything of value in the first place. See, the real win isn't getting them back. The real victory is getting to a place where you are so happy, so strong, and so fulfilled that whether they are in your life or not literally doesn't matter anymore. That's when you know you've truly won. You win if they come back, and guess what? You win if they don't. So the real question isn't just about showing them what they lost. It's about showing yourself everything that you have gained. Now go live your life like you've already won, because in the end, you have.